Hello guys, welcome to this lesson. Today we are going to learn how to create a form. A form is an HTML element used for collecting data from the user, and then the data is sent to the server for other processing. So let's get started. I'm going to use Visual Studio as my editor. So I'm going to create here file called index.html, and then I'm also going to create another file called site.css. Okay, so let's create our HTML file using going to use this shortcut. Okay, the title here is gonna be form. Okay, so inside the body, I'm going to create a div. I'm going to create a div. And I'm going to create a form using form element. And inside the form, I will have, I'm going to use this div to contain the label, for username, and then also input of type text, input of type text. I'm going to give it a placeholder. Placeholder is this text here. Enter your username. So I'm going to write it, enter your username. Okay, and close the input. So I'm going to create also a div for what? For password. Password. Let's add also the input type. This time around it will be password. Then the placeholder will be enter your password. Okay. We also need a button. We also add a div for a button. We use button element, create our button of type submit. It's gonna help us submit the data. And then, okay, so I'm gonna call it login. Okay, that's cool. So let me render this file and see. I'm going to open it, render it using live server. Let's see how. Oh, this is how it looks. It's just a skeleton. We need now to style it so that it can look better like this one here. Oh, we have forgotten to add the heading. Let me add the heading right here, call it like H2. H2. Login. Login to. Login to. Login to your account. Login. Login. Login to your account. So we can see access. Access to your account. Okay, let's style it. I'm going to first style the body, put this pink background, body. So when you're styling the HTML elements, you don't use the dot or hash. You just leave it like that. I'm going to define the background color. Me put let's see. Okay, we can take that. So let's try to check. Oh, the background has not changed. Why? Because we have not added the style to our HTML file. So how do we add it? We use the link element to add our style. Give the tutorial. Style sheet. And then the link to the file. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Let's go back and check if the style, wow, the background has changed now. Okay, so we want to center this form. How can we center it? As you can see, it has a white background. It has some height and okay. Let's go come back here and style the form. So how do I style it? I'm going to give it a width of, let's say, 400 pixels, and then I give it a height of also 400 pixels, and I want to give it a background color of white, and then what else? You see, so we need to center it. I'm going to use a margin for centering it. Margin 0 auto. This one helps us to center the div. Good. And then we need to define the margin top and bottom so that it can be in the middle. So here I'm going to change it and make it let's say 80 pixels. Let me see how it will look like. Cool. Okay, let's go back to our form. You see it has some kind of shadow we need to add, and it has round corners. Let's see how we can add those corners. Still on the form, we make round corners using border radius like 20 pixels. And then how do we add a shadow? We use box key, box shadow, and then let's give it values. Okay, let's see. Then 1 pixel, 0.5 pixels, 1 pixel. Let's try that and see. Oh, okay. You can see a shadow there, but not looking good. What can I do? Just need to play around with these numbers so that we can come up. Let me see. Oh, can I make it to 5? Yes. No, this is not what we want. It's too big. Let me make it to 1. Let's see. Yeah, just that. Not cool. Still. Oh, 0.5. Let's see. Still not cool. Let me add it to. No, really. No. Oh. Oh, still not looking good. Let's see. Oh, cool. Let's leave it like that. Okay, so now I need to also give it padding of 10, say 15 pixels. Cool. Padding the distance from where the form ends to where the content starts from. Okay, I need to style the heading, center the heading. How do I do that? First of all, we can change the font. The font is not looking good. We can change it by adding here font family. From here, let's choose I like slides of this. Let me see. Not cool. How about this? Let's use this. Cool. Anyway, it's okay. I'm going to start the heading. So heading is in this tag H2. So I'm going to say H2 text align. You center it. Okay, that's cool. And then we need to work on this. So I'm going to use what we call the selectors. I'm going to use class selector to define these elements. So we have ID and class, and the difference between those ones is that you can use class. The ID has to be unique, and for the class you can use it on multiple elements, but for the ID it has to be unique. So I'm going to use class selector, and I'm going to call it form group. So I'm going to use this class again on this element. The advantage of it, you can use it on multiple HTML elements. Again, I use it on this form group. Okay, so I'm going to come here in my style and then do what? Define that class form group. Okay, so first of all, you see there's no, they are congested. So we need to create a gap between the username and password and the button. So what can help us is defining a margin, so that on top and bottom is 15, and then this one is auto for left and right. So we can also define this to occupy the whole form, the whole width of the form. Now let them push by like 90% of the form. Okay. Cool. So I need to put a label up. See, according to this form, the label is up, and then the input is down. So they are displayed in a column. So I'm going to give it a display of flex, and then change the direction. The direction for this by default is always 0. So I'm going to change it to a column. Okay, let's go back and see. Yeah. So let's design a label. Let's design a label. So in the form group class or element, go and find a label. So a label, we can give it the margin of, let's say, 5 pixels, and then 0 for left and right. Cool. Okay, so let's design the inputs. So again, in this class of form group, find the input and give it this. So I'm going to give it a border. You see it has orange borders. So I'm going to define the border color. Let me change it to orange. Sorry. Let's look for orange. We can go with that. So when yeah, they're orange. They also have round corners, so we can find the border radius. Let's say 10 pixels. Well, so we need to increase on the height. Let's give them the height of 15 pixels. Well, this is small. Still small, we can add on to 35. Okay, I'm going to make it 25, and then I add the padding of, let's say, 5 pixels. Okay, that's cool. Back to our design. Now we need to edit the button. How do we edit the button? Still in the same class, look for the element button and then apply these styles that we are going to define. So the button has round borders, so I'm going to use 20 pixels, and then it would define the width. Let it occupy like 50%. Its background color, I'm going to copy this color here and then use it on the button. What else? We need to define also the padding of, let's say, 10 pixels. Okay, let's go back and check. Wow, it is cool. We need to center it. How can we center it? Let me first increase a bit on the width, make it like 70. So we can use margin still, margin 0 auto to center our. Perfect. But now you see it has what? It has this black outline and we don't want it there. So what can we do? We say border, we give the border 0. Don't want that border there. Cool. So when I tap there, okay, so this is fine. I'm going to increase a bit on the margin here, make 20. Yeah, that's okay. And yeah, so when I tap here, you see the input brings the outline, and this doesn't look really good. So I can remove that outline by coming here on the input and say outline what? Outline none, and make it none. Let's go back and check. You see, when I click, it doesn't bring it. So we can also remove this black thing, the border. Let's remove the black. We reduce the border to 0. Border. Oh, not really. Not really. Okay. Yeah, basically that's it. That's how you can come up with a very nice login form. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.